Hi friends, welcome back to my crafty desk. Sandra here at Blossom and Inspire. They are complete, my friends. It is time for a flip through. So what I've done, many of you know, is I've made 6 journals for a girls getaway that I'm doing in Palm Springs. And we're celebrating Brianne's 40th birthday. She turned 40 in December. January is the month that we're taking off, and there's 6 of us. So I thought it'd be really fun to make each person a journal to document if they would like to do that, or to even keep track of photos and maybe even receipts. So I have several videos, which I will put the playlist in the description box if you want to see anything in there, if you haven't seen it yet. I didn't do them start to finish, but I did do lots of videos with lots of elements. So before we open one up and do the flip through, I'll just show you. These are the pens that I purchased to go with them. They have a paper clip on here. I got them on Amazon. I used my super cool label maker that was sent to me as a gift from Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. I love it. And I just printed everybody's name off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them choose their pen, and then this is how they can, that's how they'll know whose journal's whose. Really, there's that. And also each journal has a key at the front, and each key is different. Although they look kind of similar, so if you don't know what your key looks like. I also made these little tiny envelopes with some of the scrap paper from the typewriter paper. And what I did is I just did their initials. So their first and last initial, I did it in a circle and I did it in a square. They can pop those on their journal if they like. I'll probably do mine there. That way they can see what they look like. So I plan on handing them their pen when they pick their journal. And then so Jen has her name right there, and I'll just pop her little envelope right there. And then she can just, put it on her journal if she likes. And then she'll always be able to know what journal is hers. And so on and so forth. So let me put those away. And then to package the journals, because I'm taking them with carry-on luggage, I have these baggies that I've had in my stash, and they fit perfectly. So I'm just going to put them in there. They fit nicely. They're nice and thin, and I can just wrap it down, and then I can put it hopefully in one of my compression bags, and then I can take these right on the plane with me and not have to worry about them. All right, let's look at a journal. All right, to start off, we'll just talk about the outside real quick. I used a paper pad that I purchased at Hobby Lobby to make the covers. They are lengthwise 4 by 6 wide. It's a single signature. It has I want to say it's a 1/2 inch spine. I have, like I said, the playlist will be in the description box. It goes over more of these things. And then after I sewed the signature in, I covered it with some fabric, some lace, and then some trim down here after I put the closure in. The label is just hand stamped coffee dye file folder. Then I hand stamped the word journal, did a little protective coating on top of it, added some little brads, and then popped that on the front here. I did sew around all the journal covers, and then I added these little metal corners on the ends of them. Each journal has an altered paper clip, and I just took my jewelry pliers and I twisted a corner up there, and I just added a little this is actually a broken necklace, so pirate booty. So everyone gets a little bit of pirate booty. And all the girls' journals have the same exact gem on theirs. Mine is different only because I couldn't find a 6th piece. I'm still looking though. And then on the front, there's a key that's tied there. So let's open this up. The way I did the signature closure is I put 2 eyelets in, and then I weaved it in and out, and then I just wrapped it around here, just tied it off, and that's where the jump ring sits, right there with the key. So getting into the journal, we'll start off, the first page, this is an envelope that's inside the signature that I folded over, did some stitching down the side. This is this is index card that I copy dyed, and then I did stencil copy dye, did a stamp that I have on top, and then there's markings on these because they were in my stash of used and abused paper things that need to be used for the junk journals. I guess I'll just set that out for a second. Here we have the, I have a stamp that says this book belongs to, so I stamped it on some copy dyed paper, and then I put that on top of another piece of scrapbooking paper that came from the cover paper pack that I used. Just did some hand tearing, some ruler tearing, and then I glued that on the end here. I added a little eyelet and some jump rings. And then this little charm is from a pack that I had purchased, some charms, the bow is. And then down here on the bottom is some more broken jewelry pieces that, that I just took apart. So a little extra pirate booty there. This right here was an afterthought. It had, I had stamped something on the other side and you could see it through, so I wanted to cover it up. So I used my Inspired by Life, created by hand. It's a one-of-a-kind thing. So I thought, oh, I'd stamp that, punched it out, and then I punched out this little flower and I put that there. And I thought that looked pretty cute. And I was able to sign my, sign my name and the year. That was not the first place where I was going to sign it, so you will see my signature in here a couple times. This is from a notebook that I had taken apart, bought it at a thrift store. This is avocado dyed paper. I used baking soda a lot, actually, when I did this, and that's why it came out so dark. It has a beautiful rust color, and I love it. I stamped that Celebrate on the top there. I glued some of this beautiful trim. I believe Jamie gave me that trim. Thank you, Jamie. And this is from a digital kit that I purchased a long time ago, and I printed it on cardstock, just lightweight cardstock, and I punched a circle out of the same paper pack that I was using, that I've used for the cover, and just use it as just a little tuck-in spot there. This right here is my copy dye paper that I love doing my own copy dye paper. So this is some of my copy dye paper. I did sew around it and I folded it up to create a pocket. So in this pocket, we'll take these out really quick. I just did a little stamp right here from some stamps that I just got from Luann. Thank you, Luann. And I made a little journal card right here. I sewed all around it. There's some tulle right here. You can't really see it, but you can feel it. So it's all about texture, right? And then I have some different, I have a white and a cream trim. I have some, and then I did some hand tearing. So I have some really beautiful texture paper, a piece of fabric, and then this is a sticker right here, and I glued that down. On the back, I just stamped one of my stamps, Precious Memories, just as a way, I wanted to kind of mark things here and there so the girls understand that you can write on all of these things. This is copy dye paper, and then I just folded it, inked the edges, stamped the word notes on there. It can be journaled on front and back. This is from another paper pack that I have that's lightweight paper. I pulled that, I just tore that up, inked around the edges, put it down, dropped down a couple of different trims right here with some brads, and you can see the brads on the inside there. I do like mixed metals, so there's all the different colors I'm in here. All the stickers that I used were based on, like, I don't know, fun, like beauty, soaps, things like that, just kind of girly stuff. This is from my stationery stash that I have, and then I did some stenciling right here. I created a pocket right here with a piece of paper, 2 pieces of paper, so it's book page. And what I did with the book page is I sewed a piece of, and I think this is like, I think this is typewriter paper that I, just a really see-through typewriter paper that I had sewn on top of it. And I created a pocket. To strengthen that pocket, I put some washi tape right here at the edge. I did stamp right here. It is not the destination, but the journey. And of course, I'm a messy stamper, so we have some stamp, whatever. We have a secret here that we're not covering up, so really it's not a secret, I guess. Inside this pocket, I made a cute little bookmark, and I wanted to use a Tim Holtz People because it's fun. I have a sticker on the inside, and I got all these stickers out of my sticker book right here that was gifted to me from Elena. Thank you, Elena. And so I just created that. I have, this is from a digital kit that I have, a bunch of sayings. I chose just the one saying for all of us. You were wild once, don't let them tame you, is Adora Duncan. So I put that on the inside, and this piece right here was an offcut to something else that I made, a page here in the journal. So I was trying to really use like all my offcuts as much as possible. Did some stitching, added some paper down here, and then put the Tim Holtz person here, tied, put an eyelet in there, and put some, just some lace bit up at the top. I did learn a couple things with this. One is because it's plastic, both art glitter glue and my acetone-based glue did not want to stick to it. They both were pulling up. So in the future, well, I have a lot of glue mistakes here, but in the future, I will probably, if I know where exactly I'm going to put this, I'll probably sew a piece of paper to the plastic, and then that way I can glue her to the paper. This time I found these sticky dots from Amazon that are so gooey, gummy, sticky, and I put those on, and I can still, like, if I really want to pull it, I can, but that's just the way it's going to be. So that goes in there. And then this one right here is just a way how to use the journal. So welcome to your journal, and enjoy the joy that lies within. This was a printed copy that I had received from Deb in a journal that she made for me. Thank you, Deb. And I did change some of the words around just to fit for the girls. I'm not selling this, I'm just gifting this. And so it just kind of explains to them. So I just added a few things just because my friends that I'm giving these to aren't in this junk journal world. I'm getting ink from touching everything all over my hands. But so it just talks about what you can keep in here: notes, memories, receipts. I put that word in there. Lists, art, collage, whatever they want to do. What is a junk journal? And then it's talks about that it's pre-loved papers, and that what a signature is. The junk journal, and I put this little blurb in here. I said, your junk journal is a single signature, hand sewn into the cover using a 5-hole pamphlet stitch with embroidery floss. This is my favorite way to build a journal. So that part is, I put that in there. How do you use it? And it just says this book was made for you to document your own story adventure, and then fill it with all the different things: words, receipts, photos, blah, all the things. And then at the bottom it says there are no rules, and then I added get wild and have fun. Where do I begin? Select any page, add washi tapes, paint, draw and doodle, make lists, or just add a few words. I did add a few things here, or switch things around, I think, on this paragraph as well. And it says, you don't need to start at the front. You can experiment and play. Develop your own individual style. Find the purpose for this journal that works best for you. And I did put this part in here. It's a treasure of your moments. I made this journal for you out of love and friendship. Enjoy all your moments, biggest hugs. And then I did that. So that just folds up nicely and then tucks into this pocket. And I wanted to use this see-through paper because I love this book page, this floral book page that I have in here. And I wanted them to be able to see it and still also use the pocket if they want, however they want to do it. So that just tucks right down in there. And the bookmark I just put right there. And then on this side, and the other reason why I put this page on here was because the writing was so dark, you couldn't write on it. And I wanted to create a couple of different ways that you can still use book page that already has prints or writing on it for your own writing and printing or whatever you want to do on it. So this was a great way to do that because they can still see underneath, but they can write on it, and it'll overlap on that nicely, and they'll be able to see their stuff. This is some copy dye paper that I did, and one of my favorite stamps. Life is a great bundle of little things. And that is, I cannot read the name, Wendell Thomas. This is just some paper from my stash that I did some stenciling on. This is I just called it a Frankenstein belly band because it wasn't meant to be a belly band, but I needed a belly band. But I needed it to go all the way across, and I needed it to feel more secure. So I did some decoupage with this napkin on some cardstock. I used one of my stencils to create lines back here to write on. I did some sewing all the way around it, added a little tag inside here to write on, added a little word. I just layered it up so that it kind of framed it out a little bit. Everyone has a different word, I believe. It's just a definition word. I used some pretty applique lace that I have to create the little pocket there. Added a butterfly with some fun threads and a gem right there to make it sparkle. And then it just sticks in here just like that, pretty easily. The copy dye paper is 32-pound paper, so it is pretty substantial, but isn't it beautiful, the markings? Like, I just love it just as is. I mean, they can still write on that if they want to. They can add more things here. I used the offcut from this tag to create the, extended the belly band out just to give it a little bit more structure. And I guess that's what I mean by when I say I'm saying Frankenstein belly band. I added a little eyelet right there and a little charm right here. So this charm is a yellow flower with a pearl. I love pearls. I love the color yellow. Yellow makes me happy. And I always think of like the yellow rose for friendship. So I thought this was just, it was like an all-in-one for that. This also was an old piece of, it was a necklace that I purchased at a thrift store. I think this is one I got when I went to North Carolina. I chopped it all up. It was hard, but I did it, and I have a little charm hanging off the side there. I added some lace trim on the side. This ledger paper is so beautiful, and I love numbers and the colors of the ledger paper, so I just folded it over so that we would have the numbers on this side. And then again, just using brads, just mainly for decoration and just interest. So here's another piece of the book page. I did 2 of these pages in here. This one I left open. I didn't cover it with anything on this side. And then I put washi tape right there. And then this side, instead of putting sewing paper down, I did a little bit of the gesso, white gesso. I did a light coating of it because you can write over that. Basically, if you don't know what gesso is, the way I think of it is a type of primer for artwork, because you can put it down, you can see through it, and you can make it non-see-through if you want to put it on thicker. You can add paint, markers, pencil, pen. You can glue on top of it. It just has so many different uses, and I love it, and it just is very helpful in the craft room. I put a sticker right there. I used some of the offcuts from the avocado dyed paper that I put in here just to kind of frame it out a little bit and give it a little bit more, just something else to look at. I did put a bag in this signature, and I have a cute little paper clip right there. And then inside the bag, I have put, everybody will have some stickers. So they'll have the same stickers, just maybe they'll be like slightly different colors. So there's like little label stickers, some things like say today and noted, some florals. There's quite a few things in here. So they may or may not use them, but they have the option. I gave everyone a card. It's got a fun, positive, fun saying on them. Those sayings are all different, but they're all wrapped with the same amount of washi tape, give or take a smidge. And then these are these sticky dots that I just purchased that I used for the Tim Holtz people that ended up being so sticky. Let me just show you really quick. Let me waste one for you because these were awesome. I wanted them to be able to glue things and tape things, but because I'm flying with these books, all adhesives like glues and glue sticks, it gets more bulky, and it also I have to stick them in a 1-quart bag because I'm only taking carry-on. So I try to think, how can they attach things? So these sticky dots are amazing. They're like super thick. They're super sticky, first of all, and they're like really like gummy. See, you can stretch them. I like that. And you can cut them, but they're very, very sticky. So one dot can be many dots. So they have their washi tapes, their glue dots, and some stickers, and those all sit nicely inside of the bag, which I will put away in a minute. This is a piece of stationery from my stash. I have it folded in a way where this page is long and the flip side on the other side of the signature will be shorter. I'll show you that in a moment. All I did here was just add a little butterfly sticker. Everyone has one, maybe a different color. This is a little tuck spot. This is an offcut from something else that I made here in the journal. And I just tucked inside there a piece of stationery. I love it, and I just want to share that with my friends. They can also journal on this. I ran out of time. I wanted to weave something in there, but that's okay. You know what? It's still cute just like that. I love it. I did leave my pockets and stuff for the most part plain so that they can put labels or stickers or whatever they want to do on it, or just leave it plain. This right here is the other side of that beautiful ledger paper. And like I said, I think it would be so cute with something weaved in there. I just ran out of time. And then we have this beautiful avocado dyed here. It's so gorgeous. I just love it so much. And then here we go to the middle of this signature. And I do love torn paper, copy dyed paper in the middle signatures. I do it quite often, I have found in the last couple of years. And I love it. I love having a nice, big, beautiful piece on the background. I just think it's gorgeous just when you just open it up and just let it sit like that. Everyone got a sticker right here of a florally sticker that came out of a sticker book that I have recently purchased from Hobby Lobby. So on the flip side, we do have a couple of pockets, so we'll keep going through here. So with the little bookmark, that offcut that I used is from this piece right here. This is actually from a photo book that I had taken apart. All of these books that I've taken apart, I have purchased them at thrift stores, estate sales, and yard sales. And so I took it apart and I created a pocket here. What I did with this is it's just one piece of copy dye paper with some trims at the top here. And I just cut it, it's just something simple and easy, nothing major. I took some of the washi tape, and I just received this washi tape. I believe that was also from Luann. Thank you, Luann. And I thought that was really pretty right there. I've been wanting to use it, and this was perfect. When I cut this piece out here, I had to sew up the side here to keep it together. It's plastic. I have not found a glue that works really great with the plastic, so I like to stick to stitching. So that's what I did on that side, and then when I cut the paper, because it was a lot longer, that's where I got the little bookmarks from. So turning this page over, I just tucked a couple of pieces of paper in right here. And because this is actually a photo book, I thought I would grab some photos here. There's a picture of me and Brienne from many, many years ago. You can stick that, well, not that one. That's a pretty big photo. I guess that would not fit in there. You can fit, like if we did photo strips, like at a photo thing, you know, you could put something like that in there. You can put photos in there. There's a picture of me and Jason, but I just thought that was kind of cute because you can actually put, you know, the photos in there safely because it's a photo book. All right, what I've done is I've just put some papers inside of there just as some extra writing space. Here's the other half of that stationery piece that I said it was really short on one side. What I did in here is I tucked it inside of this so that it folded over, and then I glued it down. And then I just simply took some file folder offcuts and I just cut it to fit inside here. I put some hole reinforcers there with some twine that can just be untied, and then opened up to journal on and do like little secret journaling spots if someone so desired. But it also makes a cute little bookmark. This part of the bag I left. I was going to decorate it, but I ended up just leaving it plain for time's sake and for leaving them with something that they can decorate themselves. This is another piece of paper or lightweight cardstock from that paper pad that I've been using throughout this book. Just did some, I use a really lightweight. I use a really light colored thread here, like a tan or a cream. Just did some messy sewing around the edges of it. Did a sari silk bow upside down and with an eyelet in there. And then I did a stamp on this as well. Time passes, friendship stays right where it's put. Thought that was super cute. That goes inside there. And then here's the other side of that book page that I gessoed, and then I put some of those strips on this side as well, just to mimic the other side of the signature. Here I stamped celebrate the happiness that friends are always giving, make every day a holiday, and celebrate just living. And then here's the other part of that book page. I have inky messes throughout, which is normal, and I have sewing mishaps throughout because that's how I sew. So I'm okay with it. In the beginning I wasn't, but you know, it is part of how I craft, so I'm just gonna go with it. Here's the opposite side of that ledger page. It's such a beautiful color and easy to write on. I did sew here because I created a pocket on the flip side right there. And then I added an eyelet and another charm. This again is from a this one right here was a necklace that I tore apart that I purchased at a vintage store. It was so cute, just loved it so much. I love sharing those kind of finds with my books that I make. I have some lace trim on the pocket here. I put a sticker right here. And then again, I folded the paper when I folded the pocket over, and then I folded back the numbers just so we can see those. And it also reinforces the pocket edge right here. Inside this one, another one of those coffee dyed papers that I folded. This one, I did not ink all the edges. just thought that way if they don't like that, they have one of each. I like them both ways, to be perfectly honest. I did some collage, some hand tearing paper collage and copy dye collage, and then that is hand torn washi tape on that end, and then I just sealed it up with a little tab to pull it out. This is the other side of that Franken belly band copy dye paper. This is what it looked like before I Frankenstein belly banded it. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. This right here is a hand press. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but it's a dry emboss stamp that I have. I just got that, and I used a gift certificate that was sent to me from Winoma. Thank you, Winoma. And that's what I purchased, and I love it so much. It says from Sandra's Crafty Desk, Blossom and Inspire. So, and then I'm just learning how to use it, so I kind of overpressed, and I dampened the paper and overpressed. So I just threw some more of the washi tape on there that I used on the edge right here. This, just some paper from my stash with some stenciling on there, some more copy dye paper, and then the other side of the book page that I have the typewriting paper on. I used, this time when I reinforced the pocket, it has a word on there. It has some words. It says, life is beautiful. And that's all it says across. Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. I went ahead and pulled it over so that it was on this side as well. Love this one so much. It's so cute. I love all the florals, and I love that it's like the black on the cream colored paper. This is the tag that I made for this one. This I used the, what are they called? Distress Oxides sprays. And I used a stencil, and I did it on a yellow index card. Then I took some lace, and I just tacked it down lightly with a little bit of glue to keep my spots, and then I sewed the lace down on it. This is from a little tiny paper pad off to the side here that I have, and I just made some little tags. I wanted something a little bit darker, just to have, because I have darkness throughout, and I have darkness throughout. So there's that, and that just sits right in there. Some more stenciling. This is the stationery that I have in my stash. This is the other pocket. I didn't stamp anything on this side. I kind of feel like I should have, but I didn't. I have 2 days left. Maybe I will, but as of right now, it is done. So inside this pocket, I have an altered paper clip that I made. I have these coasters that I've had in my stash forever, and I actually have 6 of them. So I thought that was so cool. It says, life happens, friends make it funny, and I loved it so much. And then it's got dots on the back, and it's like a pinky and purple. I mean, there's just too many things to love about that. I had to share that. So Brianne is an interior designer, and I don't really have interior designer stuff, but what I have that was close to it in that paper pad that we've used throughout this book and for the cover was this one that has chairs on it, furniture pieces, and I thought, well, if that's kind of like an interior design, my take on it. So I just cut them out, a nice size journal card, made some cute corners at the top, rounded the bottom ones. I added a piece of this crochet doily, these little florets that were cut out, with a bow and hand sewed into the button and then attached to it. On the back here, I did some light stamping with these flowers. I mean, honestly, that would be kind of pretty right here. And then I stamped the word memory right there. Pop that in there. And then I'm just tucking that right down inside there underneath the little thing there. I mean, they're not going to stay just the way I put them unless I never get into them. And then on here for this altered paper clip, what I did is this was the paper on the offcuts that I used to create those little side tucks in the front part of the signature. I made an altered paper clip. I just did some stitching around it just for some interest. With that light colored thread, I wanted to use it a couple of times in here since I used it. If I use it once, I want to use it again. And I have found a 1973 magazine, Better Homes and Gardens, or some kind of magazine like that. I don't know what the name of it is offhand. And I found a piece in there that talked about interior design. So each person's paper clip has a little different saying because it's in a full strip. And so I just carefully tore them with my rulers in different spots. So like this one, the old kitchen plan remained much the same, but the extra 6 feet at the far end yielded enough space. So it's stuff like that. They all say something different because it's from an entire, what do you call it? Magazine page. So article, it was from an article. So from that one article, I was able to pull out 6 different pieces that talked about this remodel of this kitchen and this dining room area. And so then we just have a nice heavy duty altered paper clip that just sits right there. That, I was really proud of that. It came out pretty nice. And then coffee dyed paper back here, avocado dyed. Here's where I hand signed it. So this is where I did the hand signature, Sandra Wildermuth, January 2025. And then after the signatures, I had already signed a couple of them, and that's when this thought came in to put that, to cover it up. And I thought, well, it's okay, front and back. They'll know who made it. And then I have another stamp that says friends, and that's the abbreviation. As you can tell, I am a very messy gluer, but you know what? That's part of it. So they're gonna get it. Some more of that. So here's the other piece. Oh my gosh, here's the other piece of that notebook paper. I just like that. It's so nice. And then in the back here, I had a short piece of another, because I have 2 pieces of the, I have 2 different kinds of, or 2 different pieces, so of the, oh my gosh, stationery. So the stationery, to start the journal off, remember we have the envelope and then we have a piece of stationery. So at the end of the book, at the very back, we have the short piece of that stationery, and then we have the open part of the envelope. And I really wanted to figure out a way to create a place where, in my mind, where they can keep receipts. Whether they use it that way or not, I just thought it was this was how my thought process was. I don't have a receipt type stamp or anything like that. So I really needed to think about what would I consider, like what would make it sense to me. And I found these little bags. So I used the gusset right there to glue onto the short piece of this one right here. And I just love the way this is all just like layered up here. And how I just think it just looks really good. So I had the word confidential on a old office stamp that I had bought from an estate sale, all these stamps from an office. And so I had the confidential. So I clunked that down, and then I did some tearing and inking. This is a regular wooden stamp, unforgettable, because, you know, your receipts, you don't want to forget. And so that was my thought. I put that down right there. So stamped and tore and inked, and that's all on coffee dyed paper. And then when you open that, right here, I had another one of those office stamps, personal. So, yep, it's personal. So I put that right there. These are the dates of our trip. Now, 4 of us will be landing on the 22nd. 2 of us will be coming in on the 23rd. But the trip total is the 22nd through the 27th. So I did that for everyone, just as a, I don't know, because I just wanted them to be the same. And then I had one of those office stamps, and I tore off the date. That's what that line is. It was very old, so I tore the date off of it so that I can always use the numbers, and because it still has a lot of ink in there. It's pretty cool. And then this is hand stamped each letter. So I took my little letter stamps, and I just stamped out the word evidence lengthwise, hand tore each one. No, I did not. I used a ruler to tear that. You can tell by the tear. And then inked around the edge, and then just kind of did a layered look that way. I wanted you to be able to see the 2 days that our adventure starts, so that it works for all of us, and then that it says evidence. And I just thought, what a great place. You can keep receipts. I know most things are digital now, but we still have like little gift tag, or not gift tag, well, maybe gift tags, but like tags to something we might purchase, maybe our plane tickets. I don't know, but it is the evidence of our trip. And then when you close the journal up, there's the back. The other thing I wanted to point out really quick here on the journal was, for me, I love, and I do this with other journals as well, but I love the way this looks when I tie it right here. When I was working in them, this is how I kept them. Just had my little bow tied there. And I like that because I have this piece of the tie right there, and then when I open it up, it's like the same look right there. So I thought that was cute. And also, I just think it looks so cute just opened up. I'm not sure if you can get the full look of it, but just when it just sits there opened up, it's quite lovely. Let me get the little dangle down there for you. So there you go, my friends. There's the journal, and then here is their little journal pen right there. And they can leave it tied open or they can tie it shut. But so adorable. I'm so happy with the way this came out. I know my friends are going to love these. And I hope that they treasure them as much as I will treasure them and as much as I will treasure the friendships that I have created with them. Thanks, my friends, for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoy all your moments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.